Hey, welcome into Thy Kingdom Come. We're a podcast where we talk everything Chiefs and NFL. I'm Justin. I'm sitting here with Deontay. And last week I misspoke and said we got 6 weeks of downtime. I totally forgot mandatory minicamp.
Yeah.
I totally forgot mandatory, and I don't know how. No idea how I did it, but I did.
It was a surprise.
Yeah.
It's always-
I said, surprise, everybody's supposed to be here. So, yeah, you want to just get right into it and then kind of recap some stuff that happened?
Yep. Yeah, we'll get right into it. So we're going to talk a little bit kind of all NFL as we start this episode off. And then we'll finish off with just some updates from the Chiefs mandatory minicamp that we knew was there, but we just wanted to trick everybody. No, I'm just kidding. So
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I was completely surprised.
So, but yeah, we're gonna get into. So, what we want to talk about this episode, we're going to go back and forth a little bit, and we're going to talk about each division as we talk about the NFL here. We're going to go into each division, and we're going to give our take on basically not necessarily the win-loss record, but how the seed is going to fall out as far as each division goes. We're not going to get into the playoffs this week, so stay tuned for that one. But we're going to go into each division, and then we're going to talk about who's finishing first to the last in each one, which is kind of fun. So we're just going to kick it off, and we're going to kick it off in the National Football Conference, the NFC, because of course we got to end with the AFC. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about AFC West, last, so you guys can stay tuned. So, but in the NFC, let's just kick it off. We'll start from the top at the NFC East. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna go in the NFC East.
Do you want to start from your worst record to your best record?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I
think we agree on the worst record.
Yeah. It's gonna be the Giants.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You lost Barkley, who is your main key piece, and I think they're gonna realize, we're looking to start over kind of here, but we should have already paid the man. So with that being said, the Giants are finishing last for sure.
I mean, the guy carries tree trunks onto the field every week.
Yes, he does. They did pick up Devin Singletary, but that's no equal replacement.
No,
so
it's not the same.
So we get the Giants finishing last. We both kind of agree on that, right?
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
We won't go into records.
Yeah,
we'll just go into standing.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a little record later. We'll come
later. Yeah,
a later episode.
Deep dive.
Yep. So I get the Commanders finishing third.
Yep.
Commanders finishing third. I think no surprise there. Got a new quarterback coming in. So it's gonna be exciting. They got some little changes in the front office as well. So they got some, some things to work there within chemistry and stuff like that. So, and then I got the boys finishing second.
Okay.
I got Cowboys finishing second here. There was just nothing real. Not that,
but Zeke.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the game changer, right? Scoring touchdowns. I know. There wasn't not much has to happen for things to maybe get better or worse sometimes. But I just think the Cowboys will kind of stay that stagnant flow as they come into the season. And we know that their offense can be very high powered. But I think the Cowboys, I got second here.
Okay.
By the look of your face, I'm assuming you got them not in this spot.
Yes.
Okay.
You're correct. I'm not going to tell you which way they're going, though.
Okay, cool.
Well, not yet. Anyway.
Yeah. So I got the Cowboys finishing second. I got that. And then, so, of course, we got the Eagles finishing first. I think with the contracts that got signed with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, just kind of bringing some little different noise there. And now, again, I think their head coach, I'm not a huge fan of, and I know it seems like they got some drama there, but they're bringing the guy carrying tree trunks, which is Barkley. So they got Saquon Barkley in the backfield, which I think is going to bring probably some pressure off more of Jalen Hurts. So I think that's where they obviously truly improve there. And their defense. They added some few pieces there in the secondary. So and they still got who they have there. So I got the Eagles finishing first, and I think they're going to kind of bounce back from last year. So that's what I got there.
Okay,
that's what I got.
All right. So I'll agree with you. Giants at the bottom.
Yeah.
And man, I want to say Washington, then the Cowboys, but man, I've got so little faith in the Cowboys. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington took the second spot and the Cowboys took the third spot.
Yeah.
I don't, man. Cowboys have this thing also, though, where over the last, I don't know, 5 years or whatever it's been,
Mm-hmm.
regular season looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Regular season looks great.
It's like a love-hate, right?
Right. But then they wind up either losing in December and not making the playoffs, or they lose in the first round of the playoffs, or it's just.
It almost seems like they just waste a spot when it comes to
honestly,
playoffs, right?
So I would have rather.
Sorry, Cowboy fans.
I've much rather been a Chiefs fan throughout my life, where it's either we're good or we're bad,
right?
Than be a Dallas fan who's, oh, this is our year, we're doing good, but then you flop in the play.
Yeah, right.
Like either we are, like, there were those few seasons where Marcus Mariota, Andrew Luck, that we were like, oh, we're hopeful, and we get trashed against Pittsburgh. Earlier on in the 2000s against Peyton Manning,
right,
in the playoffs. Those years where you're like, oh, we went 13-3 with Trent Green and Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes, here it is. And nope. So yeah, So I could, Washington and Dallas are interchangeable for me.
Yeah.
Dallas does have Zeke back, but and they do have CeeDee Lamb.
If he's the lead back, I'm curious to see how much, I don't know how much they truly utilize him, within the lead back, because the second streak, the Rico guy, he actually played really well when he did play last year.
Yeah.
So,
and Tony Pollard did not.
No, he did not.
Everybody's like, oh, it's Tony Pollard. It's time to shine. Tony Pollard succeeded when he had a lead back in front of him.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard needs to be that secondary option, not the primary.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I don't know. Commanders could make some noise.
They could.
Jaden Daniels coming in. Austin Eckler they got. They drafted Luke McCaffrey. Zach Ertz coming in at tight end.
I'm gonna.
They picked up some defensive pieces. So I don't know.
I like Jaden Daniels. I know you're super high on Jaden Daniels. Yeah. You have. I
think he could have went first overall.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
But, yeah, we'll get to that a little later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got.
Okay.
Right now, I technically have Cowboys at 2, but
okay.
I really want to put them at 3.
3, yeah. Okay.
I really want to put them at 3. So New York, Washington, Dallas, and then the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, they went out first round of the playoffs. We thought it was like everything was gonna fall apart when they got rid of their defense last year. Wait, no, that wasn't them. That was who sold their? It was the Bills that sold their defense. Right?
Yeah.
But
Bills,
they did have some retirements on the defensive side for the Eagles. They let go of a couple key pieces.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know why I keep getting the Bills and the Eagles mixed up. It's just teams we beat.
Yeah.
I just but Cam Jurgens going to take over for Jason Kelce at center. He was drafted 2022 or something like that.
I think 2022.
Like early there. I actually have something. Yeah, so this is his third year or fourth year. Either way,
Cam Jurgens, this is his he was drafted in 2022.
Yeah, yep. So 2022, so this will be his third year. He we'll see what he does. He said I can't be Jason Kelce. I just got to be myself,
right.
So we'll see how the tush push does.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
You got to get your head down. Tush push.
There we go.
and I wonder if he's going to take on Jason Kelsey's scream, where he said, screw this, like as he every time he snapped the ball, he just took his head. So yeah, that's my ranking for NFC East.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
So we get the NFC down there. All right, let's hit up the NFC North.
Okay.
NFC North. And I have the Vikings finishing last in this division. I got the Vikings finishing last in this division.
I'm gonna be 100%. I think out of all the divisions, NFC North might have improved the most.
Yeah.
Outside of the Vikings. So okay.
Yeah, I got the Vikings finishing last. And this may be a little shocker, especially like to you, for the little side conversation we had just before this. But in second, I got the Packers. Oh, sorry. Third, I got Packers. Yep, I got the Green Bay Packers, and then believe it or not, I have the Bears finishing second.
Okay.
I have the Bears finishing second. Last year they finished 7-10. We know that the Caleb Williams, just some things going on already with that, but I think they got some veteran presence there in the locker room.
Yep.
That I think that turn around some of the culture there. And I mean they got some pieces on the offense. So I think I think the Bears are gonna be sneaky. Okay. I'm still. And this is hard for me because I'm not a huge fan of Caleb Williams at all. Not, really at all. Now, I know the kid's talented and everything. I'm just not a fan. Maybe it's all the antics and stuff that has taken me away from looking at his game.
Well, he initially said he didn't want to go to the Bears, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, even I think what was it like towards the beginning of the college season?
Yeah,
he was talking about, or maybe it was even his dad talking about him not potentially going to the draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
All the talks with that, and the thought was, well, he don't want to go to the Bears, so he may hold out. But of course, he wants the dollar bills, so he decided to go. They do get some culture stuff to change there, but I think if they lock some stuff together, I think the Bears could be finishing second. So I got the Bears at second, and I got Detroit at number one. I don't think nobody's taking him out of that spot right now.
Dan Campbell, man, you
gotta love him.
Got to imagine, like we talked about. What was it last week? If Matt Stafford was still there,
yeah.
I think. Oh man. Anyways.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's where I got now. Detroit, they still got the two-headed monster. Amon-Ra got paid some money, so he's feeling good. The young, the fresh tight end. The defense is really good. The offensive line, I would say they probably have one of the best offensive lines in the league. With Penei Sewell, Kevin Zeitler, Ragnow, Glasgow, and Taylor Decker. Same returning. Their offensive line is pretty tough. So I think Detroit's going to be a team that is going to make some noise coming into the season. So that's what I got.
Okay.
And I think the Vikings at the bottom because they got a lot of work to do.
This is
But hey, JJ get paid.
I'm looking at people watching. You're gonna hate me. I've got the Bears at 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't trust Caleb Williams at all. I'm sorry, when he's celebrating a pass to Keenan Allen, when Keenan Allen stops from starts at a dead sprint and then has to almost stop to catch the ball.
Right.
On what's supposed to be an over the shoulder down the field pat. I'm sorry. You got at least overthrow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put too much on it. Be like, sorry, man, got that juice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I haven't really been high on Caleb Williams. I have more faith in J.J. McCarthy because he's got Justin Jefferson.
Which he does have to beat out Sam Darnold. So,
I mean, maybe Sam Darnold starts.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I think JJ will start some point in this season.
I think it might be kind of like a Pittsburgh thing where you have the veteran, the tenured veteran start over the younger guy. But Sam Darnold. So, but that still, I still have more faith in J.J. McCarthy than I do Caleb Williams right now.
I like it.
I mean, hey, you can't. Jim Harbaugh said he's the best quarterback out to ever come out of Michigan.
Yeah,
that includes Tom Brady.
Yeah,
you know, how do we know we don't have Tom Brady sitting on the sideline
right.
for his first year?
Right.
But I mean, Sam Darnold, when he was in Carolina, he had some high spots. You know, he wasn't throwing to Justin Jefferson.
Right.
So I mean, I probably put them at having close to the same record.
Yeah.
So probably interchangeable, and
which they did last year. They're
yep.
both 7-10.
I've got more faith in Jordan Love. Jordan Love showed promise last year.
Mm-hmm.
They actually did they have the worst record in their division though?
Who's that?
The Packers, or did they finished second?
Yeah, they finished second.
Mm-hmm. They had a winning record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 10-8?
9-8.
Yeah, I can't math.
Yeah, 9-8.
Math is hard. But yeah, 9-8. I they'll probably finish around 9-8 again this year, in my opinion. And then, man, I'm gonna put Detroit towards the top of the league, not just the top of the NFC North.
I mean, the Packers did beat the boys in the first round of the playoffs.
Right. So. I've got the Lions finishing towards. They're gonna have one of the top 4 records in NFL this year, in my opinion. So
that's
my thing.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, and I mean, Green Bay did pick up, Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
And, he gets a little money, so we'll see. But
and Josh Jacobs is hungry to be on a winning team.
Yes, he is.
He is hungry.
Yep.
That dude ran hard for a team that hated success.
Yeah. All right, NFC South. All right,
okay.
I got finished last, the Panthers.
Okay.
Panthers last.
Wait. Before we start, does the team have a winning record for the regular season?
I think they do. I think they win probably like 4 games this year. Adding in a receiver for your guy.
Yeah.
But that's it. Panthers there. I don't think no further discussion needed at this moment. All right, third. I got the Falcons.
Okay.
I got the Falcons finishing third.
There's so many questions when it comes to the quarterback room right now.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to pay a guy for 4 years and then draft somebody right behind him?
And then how's his Achilles going to do?
True.
So
true. He is older.
Yep. So yeah, I think I got the Falcons. So those two stay the same from last year. Okay. But I got a switcheroo from how they finished last year, which they both had the same record. But I got the Bucs finishing second, and I got the Saints finishing first. Okay. I think I think the Saints, they added some decent pieces there.
I'll take pizza.
Yeah, me too. I think, Kamara has, he comes back. He's been playing a full year, and I think he's ready to go. So I got the Bucs at 2, the Saints at 1, and I know Buccaneers paid, they paid the quarterback, paid the receiver, and different things. But, I think that's what I got. I think the more veteran side that the Saints have will kind of will lead them out of this division here. So
okay, yep.
I do think like in NFC, this is probably like that. It'll probably be the closest. I think kind of
from top to bottom.
Yeah, outside of Panthers, I guess. Okay. But Saints, Bucs, and Falcons. I think it's going to be a close race when it comes down to the end. So that's what I got.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the same order. Man, I'm starting to have faith in Baker Mayfield, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of Baker Mayfield. I mean,
me neither, really.
Yeah. So I've got Panthers, Falcons, Saints, Bucs. Yeah, man. I think with Mike Evans speaking as highly about Baker as he does, like the fact that he didn't want to go somewhere else, and truly didn't want to go somewhere else, not just because nobody was offering money, because I guarantee people were offering money to Mike Williams.
Absolutely.
Or Mike Williams, Mike Evans.
Yeah.
But I think that says a lot. I mean, the guy played with Tom Brady, so yeah, I've got the same exact order. There's not really much to go over there. It's honestly, NFC South has been the weakest division in football for several years, top to bottom. So I mean, the Bucks went to the playoffs with an 8-9 record a couple years ago.
Right.
So, yeah, it says a lot about their conference or the division. I don't think they're going up anytime soon. So
Cool. Yeah, we got that. So we're speaking the same lingo there, I guess. And then we'll finish off NFC West.
Ooh.
NFC West. Again, I got just as last season, I got the Cardinals finishing last.
okay, even with Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
Wait, no, Stephon Diggs went to
Texans.
Houston.
Yeah.
Gosh, man.
No, they
I
lost.
swear I know some things
Yeah,
about football.
No, they lost Hollywood Brown.
They lost
so
Hollywood Brown. Who
Yeah.
did they pick up?
They got Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
Yeah,
That's right.
They did get they did get him, but
did they not sign any free agent receiver this? Who did
they lost Zach Ertz.
Oh, you're right.
They did pick up Zay Jones.
Zay Jones. That's
Yep.
who. Yeah, because we were looking at picking up potentially Zay Jones.
Yep.
And then they wound up signing.
I don't know. I think I've lost just kind of faith in Kyler Murray. I mean, he's getting a lot of money, but I don't think he's the guy. I don't know. And so
Yeah.
I don't know. But Marvin Harrison, hey, generational talent, could be exciting. But I think they're finishing last. Cardinals got some work to do. Let's just say that. To be honest, I think this division finished the same. I got the Seahawks finishing in third.
Okay.
I got Seattle there. And then I got the Rams at second, 49ers at first. I do think the Rams now, getting people back healthy. Puka having a year under his belt.
You got Kupp and Puka.
Yep. And I think they make some noise in the division. I just think that the 49ers, they're I don't know. 49ers is tough. Let's just everybody, just being honest. 49ers are tough.
It could be another.
Yeah.
It could be a repeat of last season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned to our playoff predictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the 49ers finished first, Rams second, Seahawks third, Cardinals last. I don't think no changes there. As far as what happened last year, I think it's pretty set in stone for the most part, unless some key injuries come again to the Rams and Seattle just kind of takes off somehow, you know, to surpass them. But I think this is going to be the order for that NFC West next year.
I agree. Order stays the same. I think Cardinals do a little bit better than last season.
Win a couple more, maybe.
It's either it's going to be tough. Marvin Harrison might hate the spot. If he does good this season and Kyler Murray, like he has words against Kyler Murray, I think Kyler Murray's out next season. I think they're picking up a quarterback in the draft or going to sign like a good veteran.
Okay.
I mean, Kurt Warner went there late in his career.
Yeah, that's true.
And
made some noise.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with them. Maybe after this year, Aaron Rodgers leaves the Jets and then goes down to
the Cardinals and they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that happens.
So I've got the same order. I think the Rams and Niners are going to be fighting for the division in December, but I don't see it going any differently because, man, like you said, they're often I've got faith in Brock Purdy, man. The kid, he's young and he's hungry. Yeah, he's had success. He went out in the
CMC got paid.
Well, so you got to think as a starter,
they're tough, man.
He's the NFC Patrick Mahomes. He's been in the NFC Championship game every season. He's been the starter.
That's true.
So, a full season, I guess, because he did start a couple. Did he start a couple? No, he was a rookie in 2022.
Yeah,
right?
his rookie year, he came in. What was that?
It was like November,
like
October,
towards later half of the season.
He only played I think after week 10 or something like that. But he took over
a little after midway.
Yep. He took over and then he got injured in the NFC Championship game.
Yep.
And then last year he came in Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, if he played his entire rookie season, that's essentially the trajectory that Patrick Mahomes had. His first season as a starter, he lost in the AFC Championship game, and then next year. But he did win the Super Bowl the second year, so
that's that.
And he won 2 cents.
Yeah, so that's what we got.
NFC side.
At the NFC side,
who has the best record in the NFC? Do we want to get into that? Who finishes at the top of the NFC?
The top of the NFC.
Yeah, who gets the first seed?
I think Detroit Lions.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We won't go deeper than that.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
All
Give
right.
you something to chew on for
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
So all right, we're gonna move over to the AFC.
I want you to know I like that so much.
Yeah,
I like it so
we're
much.
we're moving over to the AFC. All right, we're gonna kick it off in the AFC East. So in the AFC East, I think it's set in stone. The Patriots are finishing last there a little bit.
What you ain't got no faith in Drake May?
Patriots got some work to do. Let's just say that I mean, and Belichick's out. I don't know. We'll see.
True.
So I don't know.
True.
What Gerard Mayo is the head coach, right? Is that right? Right?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Mhm.
I think so.
So
Yep.
new coach. I mean, former player.
he
for the
was
Patriots.
a player for
We'll
the
see.
Patriots. Yep.
But I mean, even right now on the depth chart, they got Jacoby Brissett. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But I think they got they did draft Jayon Polk, but they got some work to do. So we'll leave it at that. I got third finishing is the Jets.
Yep.
I got the Jets. We know right now there's all this media stuff going around with Aaron Rodgers not attending minicamp and stuff. So I don't know what's going on there. And again, another quarterback coming back from Achilles injury.
It's probably on some ayahuasca trip somewhere.
Yeah. So that's that. I got the Jets finishing third, and then second, I got the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
I got the Buffalo Bills. I think.
Okay.
I know maybe for them in the locker room, the whole Stephon Diggs move, releases maybe some drama, things that are happening.
Right.
But I think the simple fact of they are, kind of, I don't know, rebuilding some pieces offensively, and their defense needing some help as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bills, I think they finished second here because with, regardless of what was kind of happening in the locker room, Stephon Diggs, on the field, just what he was able to draw in double coverages, but still get open and that leverage you have with him, I think they're going to miss it a lot.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis down the field, so I know they picked up, in the draft pick and get Curtis Samuel coming in, but I think
Curtis Samuel does not make up for Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs,
and because Gabe Davis was a big target. So
I mean, the guy had 4 touchdowns against the Chiefs in a playoff game.
Yeah. I always hated seeing that guy catching like that.
He always played like I hated him playing against Gabe Davis.
Yeah, but they did draft Keon Coleman. I'm excited to see what he does. I just don't think, and he may be the guy drawing the double teams.
Right.
And again, a rookie coming in with that pressure, rather than a veteran player that understands the way that the NFL game moves and stuff like that with Diggs. Keon Coleman, some adjustment there, but hey, he could pop off. But I got the Bills at second, so I got Miami leading that division.
Yeah,
Miami leading that division.
Miami definitely did not. They only improved, in my opinion. They definitely are selling out for championship this year.
Yeah. Did they get OBJ? So we'll see what's up with that.
Yep.
So
OBJ. They also signed what's his face?
Left Teron Armstead.
They signed another receiver.
They signed.
Did they sign Gabe Davis? Where'd Gabe Davis go?
Was it Tennessee?
Was it Tennessee?
I think so.
I could have sworn. Okay, hold on. I know things. I swear. But
they Braxton Berrios. They picked up.
From
Gabe Davis from Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville. Okay, guys. We're just gonna ignore the fact that I don't know teams.
They did get Braxton Berrios.
They got Braxton Berrios, and he was at he was up in
Jets,
New York.
Yep.
So, which I kind of like Berrios.
Yeah,
Berrios is a quick guy, but more speed.
I know
for their offense.
They don't need that.
They don't need that. So I've actually got the same order.
Okay.
Except,
I do think that Miami got some. They got to defensively. They got to stay healthy through the year. But
I've got the same order, except I don't.
Oh, okay. What you got?
I've got the Patriots at the bottom. I've got the Bills at 3.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
I've got the Jets at 2.
Okay.
And I've got the Dolphins at 1. And I think the Jets only have one better game than the Bills. I mean, the Jets actually looked good for a portion of the season last year.
Yeah, I mean they
had bright spots. I mean, they still have Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
They still have.
They picked up Mike Williams.
Yep.
They drafted Malachi Corley, right? Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna agree with you because I don't remember. I didn't look at all the rosters. Like that's the other thing is I didn't look at all the rosters because that's a lot of rosters to go through.
Yeah, they drafted Malachi Corley.
Yeah, so I honestly think that they're gonna have a better time than the Bills on offense.
Did they pick up Tyron Smith?
So and you got to think, your receiving core got worse as, like in Buffalo,
mm-hmm.
your receiving core got worse, and your quarterback is still has the highest or second highest amount of touchdown to turnover ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bills finished
or second
third,
worst.
I'm okay with it.
So, I think it's only going to be like a game difference.
Yeah.
I think the Jets probably win like 9 or 10, but so yeah,
Okay.
that's what I got. Dolphins. I plan to see the Dolphins again in the postseason,
Somewhere
and
in
it's
the
going to be it's going to be in Kansas City again.
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
yeah.
All right. So then we get the AFC North, which I think I think it's to be said that, probably one of the toughest divisions in the league right now, to be honest, especially with the fact that they were so close to 4 teams making the playoffs. It's
So close.
Yeah, and that's with the backup quarterback,
Right.
finishing out most of the rest of that season there. So,
Every team had a winning record last year.
all right, I got the Steelers at 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the Steelers are at 4. Steelers at 4, and then I get the Browns at 3. I
Okay.
think the Browns fall a little bit here. I don't know. We won't get into
Man,
things.
it's so hard to
Watson stuff.
predict the Browns.
It is.
When their emotions are up and down, our emotions are up and down.
Yeah, and what's how's things coming? With Nick Chubb. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's a huge part there. They did get Jared Judy in the offseason, so bring some extra help with Amari Cooper.
Mhm.
They did pick up Zadarius Smith on the other side. So I don't know. I think the Browns fall to number 3 here for sure. I got them at 3. All right, and then I got the Bengals coming up at 2. I don't want to say it, but I think the Bengals come up to 2. Joe Burrow comes back. We'll see what he's like. And they still got tough receiving core, tough pieces there.
Mhm.
Again, they finished 9-8 with a backup quarterback.
Yep.
So he'll come back. They do get Zach Moss in the running back, which he's a little more of that. Got a little more of dual threat presence.
Right.
More leaning on the receiving side.
Yep.
So they could be throwing the ball there more. But yeah, I got them finishing second, and I got the Baltimore Ravens finish first. That's what I got in the AFC North.
Okay.
I think, you got Derrick Henry coming to the backfield.
I think a more consistent back is going to
Yeah.
help Lamar Jackson for
Yep.
sure.
Mm-hmm. Then the rookie receiver now got a year under his belt. He knows mistakes not to do. So,
Yep.
So I got the Ravens, the Bengals, Browns, and Steelers.
Cool.
And it's going to be a tough race. Race.
Yeah. So I have so little faith in the Browns that I want to put them at 4.
Ooh.
But then you've got all the offensive strife up in Pittsburgh, so I don't think you're going to have a similar I guess
how close it was.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like that top to bottom in the AFC North. I think I think that I really don't know. So Baltimore is going to finish first.
Yeah. Yep.
And those other 3 teams can either do very good or very bad.
Okay.
I don't think there's mediocre.
Okay.
I
listen. If I don't have to see the Bengals and Bills in the playoffs, I'm good with that.
well, so here's the thing with the Bengals. Like, you've got guys that don't want to be there.
I know it's true.
offense and defense. You got 2 receivers that wanted to be traded.
Yeah.
One that wanted more money. And then you got T. Higgins. It's like, no. And then Tyler Boyd. No. And then
The DN.
yeah, Hendricks.
Yeah.
Was it Hendricks?
Hendrickson.
Hendrickson.
Mhm.
Yep. So it says a lot about the culture there, man. The ownership doesn't want to even be in Cincinnati anymore. So I'm not sold on the Bengals. So I'm gonna say this: Ravens finish first. The other 3 teams tie for second.
Got it. They all finish 9-8 or something. All right.
Yeah. So they all lose to Baltimore twice.
Yeah.
And so they all finished
And
2
they
and 4 in their
split.
division. Yeah. They all finished 2 and 4 in their own division. But I
Yeah.
don't have faith in the other 3 teams. Joe Burrow's coming back, but I'm gonna be honest. I mean, you got a backup there that can throw the ball.
I know. Jake Browning he's pretty good, man.
You signed all that money to Joe Burrow and Jake Browning. There's another JB in town.
Yep.
Watch out. Watch out.
All right, so we get to AFC now. AFC South now. Moving on here. All right,
There's only one team.
Yeah, I got the Titans finishing last.
Yeah.
Okay. And then check this out. I got the Jags finishing third. I got Jags at third.
Okay.
I think the inconsistency. You lost Calvin Ridley. Jags are finishing third. The Colts are coming in second.
Yeah.
I think the Colts going to have maybe win a game or 2, probably a game more than last year.
Right.
But I got the Colts finishing second in that division.
Okay.
And then Texans.
Yep.
Hands down.
Easy.
Hands down.
Easy.
I got the Texans. And just like I'm just gonna put this little nugget out there. I got the Texans having the second best overall record in the AFC South,
Or AFC in general.
or AFC in general. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I got the Texans, the Colts, the Jags, and Titans. Yes, sir.
Okay. I agree with the order. Anthony Richardson coming back for the Colts.
Yeah.
So
Kid was looking good, man.
yeah, he was looking good until he got injured.
Yeah.
And the Colts without him still finished 9-8.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
and he's excited to
Which Gardner Minshew moved on now. So,
right.
but-
He's excited to be there. And then I saw Anthony Richardson on the Pat McAfee show, and they're excited to have him back and ready to start. And
Jonathan Taylor's still good, man. Michael Pittman got a little cash in the pocket.
Once Jonathan Taylor finally was like, "Hey, okay, we reached the deal. He's good."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I've got the Colts at 2 as well.
Yeah. And then they drafted A.D. Mitchell.
Yep.
So
80. Oh man.
yeah,
Their offense.
they got some pieces there.
Their
man.
offense is going to look good this season.
Yeah, I think they will.
So Titans, Jaguars finish at the bottom. I'm sorry. Yeah, Titans, Jaguars. I thought I said Texans for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Titans at the bottom. If they win 4 games, I'll be surprised.
Yep.
Jaguars may have a winning season, may not. I see it like an 8-9 or 9-8 kind of thing.
Okay.
Colts and Texans winning double digits, with the Texans having, I agree, probably the second best. I think it's going to be the second best.
They're going to make some noise, man.
Second best record in football.
Okay.
Or third best, depending on like
NFC.
how the 49ers, you know what I mean?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they'll be up there for
All
sure.
Alrighty. All right. And then we're going to move over to the AFC West.
Who do I put last?
Yes, we're just going to leave it at that. But for my last, I got the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to be horrible this year.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're going to do well at all. They're in a rebuild. Let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And hey, listen, put Sutton on the trading block and let us grab him. I'll take him. And you already shipped away everybody else, and that's that. And then so I got the Raiders finishing third. Well, this was hard. Like, even with all the things like the Chargers done, but I just think that the coach will come in and change the culture of what they had. Like,
Mhm.
let's be honest.
Okay.
Staley, gosh, should have fired him a while ago. but I think the coach is going to help rally some things.
Mm-hmm.
I think they finished second, but second doesn't mean that they're going to have this crazy record.
Right.
I just think in our
Right.
division, it's going to be close. But, hey, I mean, Gardner Minshew can come in
So,
and do something with the Raiders, too. So
looking-
that's why it's like,
Yeah, looking at the AFC West last year, they were the only division in football where they only have one team with a winning record.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
second doesn't mean anything.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean anything. And then, of course, listen, remove all biasness. The Chiefs are finishing first in the AFC West. Let's be honest. And you know, and I got us obviously finishing first overall in the AFC. Period.
Yeah.
And I think we have the best record in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna throw those little nuggets out there. But the Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. Good luck at competing to probably still not have a winning record, getting to second place.
Right.
I just think there's too much going on there that they are figuring out. Which I think that's that. And I don't know. Try to surprise me, and I think that we go in this division, and I think that we go undefeated in this division. We kind of turn that back around, and and that's going to be that. That's going to be that in the AFC West.
Right. So we'll go to the bottom. Broncos by far.
Yeah.
Raiders. I kind of I agree, but at the same time I don't. Because the Raiders, they lost Josh Jacobs, but they still have Adams. So on the offensive side, so I'm just.
Yeah.
And the Chargers don't have an offense.
Yeah.
They've got jeez.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders did draft Brock Bowers. I do like him.
Yeah, as a tight. Oh man, he's a solid tight end.
Yeah. They did pick up Christian Wilkins.
Yep.
Huge D tackle. Really good there.
I think.
And who's going to start? Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew. We'll see.
I've got to put.
They lost Josh Jacobs. It's huge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've got to put the Raiders at 3, and no, I've got to put the Chargers at 3. Got to put the Chargers at 3, the Raiders at 2.
Flip a coin and you choose it.
I just don't trust the offense of the Chargers. You got to. It's an offensive league now.
I get it.
You got to score points, and I don't know how they're going to do it. So
I agree. Harbaugh's a mastermind. He's good. But I don't know. We'll see.
He's good.
He's been out in the NFL for a little while.
I'm going to throw this out there. When he was in the Super Bowl with the Niners, he also had a good offense.
Yeah. Yep.
So, that's what I got there. The Chiefs, man, so they lost L'Jarius Sneed, but we still have Trent McDuffie.
Yeah.
We lost Willie Gay, but we signed Drew Tranquill.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of it being Drew Tranquill and Willie Gay, it's going to be Nick Bolton and Drew Tranquill.
Yeah, and I think Leo Chanel is going to play a big role.
Leo Chanel's played a huge role.
Yep.
Since he's been drafted.
Yeah.
And we've got Najee Johnson coming back. You've got Justin Reed back there. You've got Jalen Watson, who's had a high ranking per PFF. And Trent. So while we lost L'Jarius Sneed, yes. He was ranked 12th, I think, in Pro Football Focus as a cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Trent McDuffie at 2.
Yep.
So I'm trusting our defense, and we only got better on offense.
Yeah.
We only got better.
Only get better.
And signing Suma Ta'ia, like drafting that kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's Penei Sewell's cousin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's got it runs in the blood.
Yeah. Let's see that fight between him and Wanye.
So I'm super stoked, and I think that might bring out the dog in Wanye.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked about that. Man, it's just, and then we'll probably cover a little bit of this because it was like during minicamp, but Jared Wiley, man, he's coming out to be a dog right now.
Yeah.
And our receiving core is, in my opinion, better than it was when Tyreek was here.
Receiving core looks good.
It looks great. They top top receiving core in the league,
Hey,
maybe.
I'll take it.
I mean, they do have quite the receiving core over in Miami. They do have a pretty good one down in Houston. But, I mean, they also don't have Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball to them. So that's my thing. Chiefs have best record in the NFL as well. So, yeah, that's my lineup.
Cool.
That's my lineup.
Yep. So there it is. That's our, way too early predictions of each division there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get to another episode when we get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we're going to just bring it around full circle here, finishing with just some updates from the Chiefs mandatory minicamp.
Yep.
As we close out this episode. They did bring out that the ring ceremony, that the rings are set to be bigger.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they looked really great last year, but, sometimes bigger isn't always better.
That's why a lot of people are going away from, like, the biggest iPhone and going to, like, the red.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah, we're going to have a tablet in our pocket. How's it going to fit in my pants, bro? Like, it ain't fitting in the pocket.
Yeah.
I'm going smaller, okay?
Yep. So rings are set to be bigger. So we'll see what that is.
We'll see what happens.
We did have some absences as far as this minicamp go. Harrison Bucker, he was out because of illness.
Yep.
Not
so
anything
there was
contract related.
everybody was questioning if he's holding out, but yeah, they did finally come out and mark it. When we only had 3 guys really out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
B.J. Thompson, which obviously his
doing great
medically, is the reason why he wasn't there, but he experienced the seizure and the cardiac arrest, which they did CPR for about 60 to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And with using the AED, help getting him there. And after being hospitalized 4 days, he was released. So he's doing well, and in a good standing. So that's why B.J. Thompson went in there.
Yeah. Well, so you and I just recently went through CPR AED training.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of scary because it shows the realistic, like they weren't even practicing.
Right.
They were in a meeting room and it
meeting.
happened.
Uh-huh.
So it shows that something like that can happen at any time.
Yep.
It could take some freak thing that could have that happen. And so, yeah, I'm glad he's doing good.
Yep.
Glad he's doing good.
Yep. Chief medical staff did a great job attending to him.
Yeah.
As it happened. So that was great.
That's great. Yep.
Joe Tooney, which we understand he's still nursing this pectoral type of injury, from the postseason or whatever. So
rest him up, baby.
Yep, rest him up. And it's all right. Who was there but not practicing? Derek Nottie. Which questions? Questions kind of there. Although I don't know if it's still some of the injury from the postseason or what. But Derek Nottie, he was there not practicing. We understand Charles Amenahu, he's on his rehab.
Yep.
And
I'm so excited for that guy coming back.
I know.
He is so focused, man.
He is. And then Xavier Worthy, they're just still nursing his hamstring.
Why push it, man?
Yeah, why push it? Because we're gonna be pushing the limit when season comes. So nothing.
Well, and he's still on the field looking attentive. He's not like just screwing off. Like he's got a ball in his hand, tossing it up to himself, and he's watching the plays.
Right.
He's not just sitting there talking to people on the sideline.
Yep.
Like he's actually paying attention to the plays going on, which shows hunger. Shows that he's hungry and he's ready for success, man.
Yep. A few players who were there but limited in practice was Leo Chanel. Isaiah Pacheco, and Jaylen Watson. So those 3 were there, but just a little limited. We got some. So there were some defensive linemen who were brought in just for a tryout basis.
Yeah.
We have Rashard Lawrence, who's from LSU. Jackson Cravens from BYU, who played with Kingsley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Gubner, I think to tell you shit.
Hello, Gubner.
Out of Montana, and Brevin Allen out of Campbell. So just some guys, and I think if I'm correct, all these guys have had moments in the league where they were on practice squad with different teams during their training camp and stuff. So we brought them out on the trial basis, just to see where we can build some depth and maybe somebody come out of there.
Yeah.
We had some standouts, which Brian Cook, they said is looking good and it looks faster. So coming back from his injury, they said looking good.
He was already looking fast. He already looked fast.
Yes.
So looking fast. I mean, he had that touchdown last year when
the fumble
from Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yep.
Yeah, he had that, and bro was stepping in Germany.
Right.
So, oh man, The fact that he looks faster than that, pulling away from their offensive receiver or their receivers.
Right.
He was pulling away from like nobody was catching him.
Everybody
was behind.
Yep. So Brian Cook, he's back. So he's at 100% from his injury, and they said he's looking good and looking faster. So that's great news. Rashee Rice, they just said, and just what he has been doing on the field, he's been outstanding.
Yep.
And we know that there's no question about what he can do on the field. We just got to see if he's going to be on the field.
Right.
Because all of this, to a certain extent, it doesn't matter too much if he's not going to be playing.
Right.
Although we love seeing that he's getting his reps, and he hasn't missed a beat. And he did say that he is taking this opportunity to learn and to kind of grow from what he has experienced with just all the noise going on with him.
I mean, young kids do stupid things.
Yeah,
man.
they do some stupid stuff.
I know I can think of a handful of people when I was like in high school, just out of high school, when they got into an accident, they left. They panicked. They didn't know what to do. They left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while obviously he's in the public eye, he has a higher responsibility, if you will. He has more responsibility than the everyday person. He's still a kid, man, and kids are going to do stupid things. Mm-hmm. He's owned up to it. He went to it's not like he's trying to avoid police. It's not like he's trying to not make things right with the people that were involved.
Yeah.
He is actively trying to do that. Mm-hmm. Might have some money grubbers, but
sure.
but I mean, he's taking accountability and he's working on it, which is what you can ask, man.
Yep.
Yep.
So, and then we got Jared Wiley. They said he is looking so good.
Dog.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, goodness. Travis Kelce said that, in his rookie season that this kid, just his whereabouts and different things is even more than what he had as a rookie, just catching on.
Which says a lot.
Yeah, catching on to different things. And a few of the 11 on 11s, they said he made some red zone catches that looked great. So man, like I'm so excited for Jared Wiley. Like,
they said he had a touchdown where it was like at the absolute high point of the ball, which is what we need. Exactly. That's what we need in the end zone. We need somebody that can go to the sideline and go up and grab it. You know, so
that's so good. I'm excited for Jared Wiley.
Yeah.
So. Okay, not necessarily like too much of a standout, but just noting him putting the work in. But Hollywood Brown, he's putting the work in. We know that there was a couple deep pass. I think they were drops, a little overthrown.
They were a little overthrown. Yeah.
So they got some. Him and Mahomes has some chemistry work out, but that's okay. Of course, and for Mahomes too, to get back to getting this deep ball, I'm sure just so excited.
Well,
so,
he's over eager throwing that ball deep. He's like, oh, he can get it. All right, might need to pull that back a little bit. But I mean, that's a ball you throw the Hollywood Brown that's like a yard or two overthrown.
Yeah.
To Xavier Worthy, it's probably not.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's got a few steps on Hollywood Brown. He's a little bit quicker than him. So, I mean, we'll see. Yep. We'll see when pads come on, and then we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Yep.
So,
and then just last minute notes. Just some key takeaways from a few people that had interviews. Travis Kelce, he said he will play till the wheels fall off, baby.
Yeah.
But he said he understands that because they were asked a question. If is he done after these next 2 years of his contract? He said he's going to play till the wheels falls off, but he understands at some point things come to an end.
Yeah.
And body says no more, but at this point he said wear and tear me. He's like he's ready to put the work and do the work, and he understands. And he said he loves being accountable to the men and women of the organization, and what they ask him to do. And so he's eager and he's ready.
Well, and you got to think if he wasn't enjoying the game, it would be a different outlook.
Oh, absolutely.
He still loves playing.
Yeah.
He loves the team. And you got to think because our receiving core got better, because Jared Wiley came in, and he might not.
The pressure that would take off from
he's not going to have as much wear and tear. Yep. So this morning I actually replied to Adam Schefter on Instagram because he said Travis Kelce said he would not retire after the 2024 season. I was like, well, I hope not, considering the contract negotiation he made in the offseason was through 2025.
Yeah.
So with him re-signing or restructuring that contract through 2025, I hope he wouldn't go back on his word and not play next year. But
we'll find you.
We'll find you.
So, but yeah, that's that.
I'm pretty stoked. My favorite player. I don't like buying jerseys of active players. First time I've done it was this year. I got a Creed Humphrey jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love me some Creed. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah,
I think we'll re-sign him next season.
Yeah.
You guys, now with Jason Kelce out of the league, I think he's probably the top center in the league.
Yeah.
His blocking percentage. He doesn't allow sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we resign. It'd be stupid of us not to, you know, not a position you want to like keep re-signing, or keep drafting over and over. You want somebody that your quarterback can trust to get him the ball.
Yeah.
But I might get an LRZ jersey, bro.
Hey.
I might get an LRZ. I'm such a huge fan of Reese Emmett, and I'm super stoked to see what he does, and we'll see what happens with our kickoff teams. You know, we'll see coming weeks.
Yep. Drew Tranquil, he said he loves the championship culture. He said he does want to move his family around. So KC seems to be, his home, where he has a house and is here. So that's good that he's bought into what what we have going.
Yeah,
we brought him back knowing that hey, we believe in you.
How many years was his contract extension?
I think it was 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
And then Pacheco, he said he's willing to take the load.
Yep.
In the running back room. And then there were some things, about, he has lost
his
some weight or whatever, but he said he likes to be around 206, 208 during the season or whatever. So he's looking pretty lean, which can make him faster.
Right.
Hey. So, hey, Miami. As the
Legion of
team,
Zoom is back,
we're coming after you, Miami.
Legion of Zoom.
We're coming after you to be the
Let's
fastest.
go.
So, yeah, those are just some notables and some takeaways from the Chiefs minicamp. So, yeah, that's what we got as far as our conference standings and some takeaways from the Chiefs minicamp.
Yeah. So, oh man, the excitement is real, man.
Yes,
it's getting so close. So yeah, we're missing Josiah again today. He's going to celebrate his brother in another state for graduating. So, congrats to them. But yeah, man, we're just excited all together. Josiah is super excited. He's been a part of this conversation, even though he's not here today. He's helped us with ideas and all that stuff. So, we're excited as a group, and man, things I don't as somebody who's been a part of Chiefs Kingdom since I was essentially born. Dad born and raised in Kansas City, and I'm a Chiefer through and through. Man, you can't not be excited.
Yeah.
I understand what the Patriots fans were going through in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I get why you guys were so cocky and high, but we're Midwesterners, so we're going to be polite about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, super stoked. You got anything else before we leave today, man?
Nah, that's it, man. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got. All right, well, keep an eye out for episodes coming forward, guys. Make sure you're liking, you're commenting, you're subscribing. Let us know exactly your thoughts on this subject. Maybe we're wrong on some of these standings.
Yeah.
So let us know, and hopefully you guys come back for the future episodes. So I guess until next time, guys, thy kingdom come.